In this video, I'm going to be going over the pros and the cons of living in Lake Elsinore, California. I'm going to be sharing with you guys the goods, the bads, and the uglies. And if you guys stick around until the end, I'm going to share a market recap of the current real estate market here in Lake Elsinore, California. So let's get after it right now. If this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything that there is about living, eating, breathing, playing in Lake Elsinore, California, then subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market in Lake Elsinore, California. Hi, my name is Jonathan. The team and I get calls and emails every single day from people just like you looking to make the move. So whether you guys are moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or schedule a Zoom one-on-one so we can help you make that smooth move to Lake Elsinore, California. You guys, a little bit about Lake Elsinore, California does have a population of a little over 65,000 people. It is a sparse suburban feeling living in Lake Elsinore. Yes, some people say it does feel like a small town vibe as well, which is pretty cool. So it's not by any means the smallest town, but it's not the biggest town. But you guys, it's enough where you can do a lot of things. Now, what is it Lake Elsinore really known for? Well, back in the early 1900s, about the first half of the 1900s, Lake Elsinore was a getaway for a lot of the celebrities in Hollywood. So they wanted to, get out of that Hollywood scene for a little bit, wind and relax. So they would come to Lake Elsinore and they would buy houses in Lake Elsinore and the lakefronts, which a lot of those houses are still here to this day, which is pretty cool, like Amy's Castle. So that's a really rad thing that, hey, the celebrities back in the days knew very much about Lake Elsinore, and they would come from the Hollywood scene to Lake Elsinore to wind and relax because it's beautiful, it's amazing, there's a lot to do. It's also known for its beautiful scenery. It's also known for, the Elsinore Mountains and the Ortega Mountains and all the recreational activities there is to do within Lake Elsinore. And so as small as it is, it has a lot to offer, which is really, really good. If you guys love being outdoors, you guys will enjoy, taking your family out and having a great time, outside, Lake Elsinore has varieties of options for you if you do enjoy the outdoors. With all that being said, you guys, now, my mom always used to tell me, hey, what do you want first, your veggies or desserts? And of course, I always said my desserts, and of course, she always gave me my veggies. But I'm not gonna do that to you guys because I'm not your guys' mom. So I'm gonna start off with giving you guys your desserts. So with all that being said, let's get into the pros of living in Lake Elsinore, California. Pro number one of living in Lake Elsinore, California, you guys, it's gonna be your outdoor activities. Now, you guys should have seen that coming, right? I was just talking about it in the very get-go, like within a couple seconds. Now, you guys, the outdoor activities in Lake Elsinore, again, it's really rad. You guys have varieties of options. Whether you guys wanna go skydiving and you're a thrill seeker, right? You guys want to go jet skiing, you guys want to go boating, you want to go water skiing, you want to go wakeboarding, you want to go mountain biking, you want to go hiking. You guys want to do all these things. Lake Elsinore has that available. All those options are there, which is really, really cool. Now, the mountain biking, I personally enjoy. I'm not mountain biking as much anymore. I ate it once and I'm like too old to try to get back into it, but I'm still there, pretty active. But the mountain biking in Lake Elsinore is really rad. You guys get some amazing scenery. Now, the skydiving, even more rad. I mean, if you're a thrill seeker, I am. I've jumped out a couple of planes here in my lifetime. Amazing. You guys, the views are awesome. The mountains, the lake, seeing everything is just awesome. There's actually two skydiving places here in Riverside County. One is in Lake Elsinore. The other one is in Paris, California. You guys, both of them are really great. But again, that option is there in Lake Elsinore. Endless things to do. So if you do love the outdoors and you do have some kids and they do enjoy the outdoors and you guys like to do those type of things, all that is there. Now you do have the outlets as well. If you want to consider that recreational activity, is go shopping at the outdoor outlets. That is there and is available as well. So with all that being said, you guys, that's why we're naming the outdoor activities as pro number 1. So pro number 2 of living in Lake Elsinore, California, you guys, it's going to be the, drum roll please, the weather. So the weather in Lake Elsinore, California is actually really great. Now in the winter months, it can get pretty cold, you know, because there is the mountains and it is a desert, somewhat of a desert, not high desert, like a little bit inland, but still very that desert kind of feeling. And then you do have the mountains there. Well, I will tell you guys this, it can get a little bit cold, but it doesn't get too hot. So that's a great thing about living in Lake Elsinore. The hot season only lasts 3 months, so about 90 days, give or take. And it usually starts, you know, mid-June until 3 months after that, you know, mid-September and early September to late September. Now the average temperature during that time frame, during the hot season, last year was 87, and that's kind of historically where it sits at. Yes, there is those, you know, years that you can have some hot summer months where, you know, 17 out of those 90 days are over 100. But that's pretty much anywhere here within Southern California in the Inland Empire. But you guys, majority of the time, it's pretty great weather. So that's pretty rad and that's pretty awesome because of all the outdoor activities that you guys do have going on. Like I just mentioned in our number 1 pro, you know, you want a great weather. You don't want it to be too hot. Otherwise, you guys wouldn't enjoy any of the outdoor activities. And so that's why we're naming the weather as pro number 2. Pro number 3 of living in Lake Elsinore, California, you guys, is going to be the location. Now, what about the location, Jonathan? Well, the location, where it's geographically located within Riverside County, is really great. Why? Because it doesn't take you very much to get pretty much anywhere that's really populated. So when I say really populated, I'm talking big major cities or anything over a population of 150,000 people. So for example, Corona, California, Riverside, California, or maybe you guys want to head on down south, maybe to San Diego County or Orange County or LA County. You guys can do that from Lake Elsinore, all within an hour-and-a-half drive. You know, some places give or take a little bit less. You can be in Corona, probably like 20 minutes, Riverside 30 to 35 minutes. You can be within Orange County in 45 minutes to an hour. So again, all these things are really great when it comes to location because you guys have easy access to the beach. You can go to the beach in a 45-minute drive. You can go to Oceanside Beach. You can go to a beach in Orange County like Newport, or I'm trying to think of other beaches, maybe Huntington Beach. You know, all these things are options. Huntington Beach is actually not in Orange County, that's LA County, but I love that beach. That's why I named it. But again, you guys, the location is just really great. Now, again, with location where it's geographically located, a lot of people don't tend to really go very far because Lake Elsinore does have a lot that it provides. Like it does, you know, some supermarkets, does have the Costco, again, the outlets, and all the recreational activities that you guys do love and enjoy. It's all there. And so the location of it is just another plus because you guys know that in a short amount of time, you can be anywhere and everywhere that, you know, has a lot of big major things going on. And so that's why we're naming that as pro number 3. So that wraps up the whole dessert, you guys. That was all your pros. Now let me get into your guys' veggies. So con number 1, you guys, it's going to be the housing. So what about the housing? Can you elaborate, Jonathan? Of course I can, you guys. So the housing in Lake Elsinore has kind of really taken off in the, you know, past couple of years, which again, it's not a big area. It's not a big urban environment. However, it's not small either. It's kind of medium sized, but the housing has taken off in Lake Elsinore and there's not a whole lot of room left in Lake Elsinore to build. And so once it is completely finished and there's no available room to build in Lake Elsinore, you guys know that the houses are just gonna keep going up and up and up. And so the median house currently in Lake Elsinore ranges in the high 500s to low 600s. So that's a range for you guys because nothing's ever perfect. And when market analysts, they do these, you know, try try to see what's out there and to do these market analysis of the area. No one's ever perfect. It's consistently changing. And so that's why I'm giving you guys a range. I want to say the range is, you know, anywhere from 580 to really 625 in Lake Elsinore. That is the average. Now, of course, there's houses out there that are a lot more expensive in Lake Elsinore, especially if you're living on the lake. However, that is the average within Lake Elsinore. And you guys, like I said, there's not a whole lot left in Lake Elsinore to build around on. There is 4 new communities that are being built right now as we speak, as I speak, and those houses are available. They've already broken ground. They've already been selling. And so, you know, we'll see within the coming years how much more room there is in Lake Elsinore to build more houses. And so you guys, that is why we are naming this as con number 1. All right, guys, so con number 2 of living in Lake Elsinore, California, you guys, it's going to be the cost of living. Now, what about the cost of living, Jonathan? And I've done my research in my current analysis within Lake Elsinore, and not just the housing, you guys, the cost of living is a little bit higher than the average. And so there's some areas that say, you know, it is pretty average or might be slightly below, but it's actually a little bit above average. So we're talking about your everyday goods and services, you know, your gas, your food, the groceries, you know, the medical, everything. It's a slightly above average within Lake Elsinore for whatever reason, but it's not overly expensive. It's just a little bit above the national average and the state average. And so that is another con of living in Lake Elsinore, California, is that you will be paying a little bit more for everything, your everyday needs pretty much. Again, not tremendously bad, but I do have to, you know, call it out as a con because it is a con. And you guys, that wraps up all your veggies. So I've gave you guys all your desserts and I gave you guys your veggies. And so I hope you guys enjoyed all 6 of those. There's not a whole lot of cons of living in Lake Elsinore, California. But with all that being said, you guys, let's get into the market recap so I can share a little bit more about Lake Elsinore, California. So market recap time. So here I am. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed your veggies. I hope you enjoyed your dessert. If you guys want to know more about Lake Elsinore, California, check out my vlog tour of Lake Elsinore, California. I actually go around the lake and some different neighborhoods and show you guys different prices in different neighborhoods for, you know, in different houses, of course. So if you guys want to know more, again, check that out. Well, you guys, again, a little bit about Lake Elsinore. It does have a lot to offer. With it giving a lot to offer, you guys, it is a little bit pricey, just a little bit. It's not tremendously bad. It's not way over the top, let's say like Carlsbad, California, but it is just a slightly little bit of the average, which is, in my personal opinion, for everything that it can provide, I can deal with it. I'm just saying that's my own personal opinion, but however, not everybody can. So that's why I'm telling you guys and give you guys this information. But again, there is a lot of activities as far as outdoor activities that you guys can do, that you guys can enjoy. The schools are really good. They're above average. And so that's a plus, again, of living in Lake Elsinore, California, especially if you do have kids. You guys know that they'll be in a great school system and great education. As well as all that, you guys, again, the weather is not bad at all. The weather is actually really cool in Lake Elsinore. So, you know, you're not going to be scorching hot on the summer days. You guys can wind and relax, go to the lake, enjoy that. They even have a pool available at the lake when you guys enter. I don't know if I mentioned this, but in order to get to the lake, there is a $10 charge fee per car. So if you guys want to go over there, it does cost $10 to get in. Unless you're living off the lakefront, well, that's a little bit different because you guys own it. And you guys, the location, let's not forget about the awesome location. So within that location, you guys have a lot to do within a hour and a half drive. Again, you can go to LA County and you can go Universal Studios, the Botanical Gardens, Hollywood Boulevard, you know, try their amazing foods or check out a Lakers game or Clippers game, a Dodgers game, Angels game, right? You guys still have so many options, or watch the LA Kings if you like hockey, right? Again, all these options are available. Or you wanted to go to Orange County and you guys wanted to check out the awesome beaches that they provide, or go to the Irvine Spectrum, where they have an awesome mall and a cool, awesome Ferris wheel that you guys can just ride on in any time of the day. So again, there's so many different options. Or you wanted to enjoy a nice sunny day in San Diego, you absolutely could. Again, everything's within an hour-and-a-half drive. Maybe you want to go to Riverside, go eat at some restaurants or drink at some bars, whatever the case may be. Again, there's all these options within it. As long as you guys can sacrifice a little bit cost of living that is a little bit higher, if you guys can push that to the side, and the house is a little bit on the high side as well, well then I think that it is a perfect area to raise a family, to live in. Even if you don't have kids, it's a great place for single people or just people or couples that don't have kids. It's just a great area to live because all the things that it does provide. With all that being said, you guys, thank you for watching Living in South California.